Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me again for our 94th Facebook Live workout. So crazy. Actually, tomorrow will be 1 year, which I know we've been hitting like all of these crazy, not positive feeling 1 year anniversaries, but I did want to point out that tomorrow will be our 1 year anniversary from the first Facebook Live workout that I did with you guys. So crazy. I don't want to spend a bunch of time on it because I want us to have plenty of time to work, but I did just want to mention it. I do plan to do a lengthy post tomorrow just with some kind of thoughts and reflections on the overall experience, how everything's gone, and the feelings I have about it. So I'll save all of that for tomorrow, but I did just want to point it out and say we did it. We've made it through a year of working out in most of us probably non-ideal conditions with non-ideal equipment, and I know from talking to some of you that you have made some great strides in your overall health and wellness with using me as one of your tools to do that, and I think that is amazing and so inspiring and so exciting to hear, and I'm so proud of all of you, and thank you for choosing me and sticking with me, and I look forward to more to come. So guys, all that being said, today's workout will be a little intense, I think. Definitely working in kind of a different way. We haven't revisited this style in a while. So what you're gonna need, and then we'll talk about the workout, is basically just all your weights, right? And I mean, again, whenever I say that, please know that I don't mean like go out to your garage and haul in all of your weights if you don't work out next to all of your equipment. So just know when I say all the weights, I usually am gonna mean a light, a medium, and a heavy. I just want you to have options. That's what we're talking about. And then the other thing you're going to need is a sturdy chair. So what does that mean? That means a chair that can hold some weight. A chair that's not going to easily tip over, a chair that's not going to be wobbly. You want something sturdy because we are going to be using it to support not all, but some of our weight, and really, more importantly, just really counting on it to be stable for us. So no camping chairs, no rocking chairs, no kids chairs most likely. Something sturdy and dependable. And then I will say you want to have something close by. I didn't include this in the equipment because it's not really equipment, but wherever you set up for the first set, maybe the second set, just depending on how balance challenged you might be, you want to have something close by for balance. That could be anything, again, anything sturdy. So a wall, the back of a couch, mantle, a fireplace, as long as there's no fire, something like that. So that's not really equipment, but it is just a recommendation, especially for our first set. And we're really going to need something. I'm going to have the wall. You will definitely want to have something close by for that. And then lastly, just your yoga mat or whatever it is that makes you comfy on the floor. We are going to have one set where we work on the floor exclusively. So what are we doing today? We're doing a full body workout. Now we're not going to hit every single muscle group, but we're going to get pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. So what we're going to do, if you saw the post, is called combo ISO. So we're going to do combination exercises. So what does that mean? It means we work more than one muscle group in the exercise, or we combine two exercises into one. So that's a combination exercise. And then isolation means that we're going to really isolate one muscle. So basically how I wrote it is that our combination exercise, for example, is going to focus on quads and shoulders. And then our isolation, so that'll be a single-sided quad and shoulder, single-sided quad and shoulder. Third exercise is going to really isolate the shoulder. Okay, so that's kind of how the method's going to work. We're going to do the next round will kind of be booty and reverse, back of shoulder. So we're going to do single-sided booty, rear shoulder, single-sided booty, rear shoulder, and then our third is going to be all rear shoulder. So that's how we have it set up. So our combination exercises will include some legs, and then we'll isolate the upper body. That's how we're going to be working. So that's what I mean by combo ISO. Each round, we're going to be set up totally like you're used to when we're not doing any sort of themed, like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or a pyramid. We're going to do 3 exercises. We've got 3 sets of that. And then our finisher is going to be just one exercise that we're going to do 3 times, and that's our finisher, and that just helps us get done a little bit more quickly than doing 4 full sets of 3 exercises. So we're moving for reps, not time, and that 10 to 12 range, whatever works for you. That's what we usually do. That's where we're going to be today. Modify as needed. Our 2 first sets are going to be pretty knee intensive. I won't lie, I took a leave before the workout and I put some blue emu all over my knees too. So just to make sure I was comfortable. They are a little knee intensive, but that being said, we can modify around it. We can go lower. I will show you the first exercise especially, how we can modify to make it a little less knee intensive. So we're gonna have some options, but I just want you to know that if you're a knee pain person like me and you happen to be struggling today, then you will probably need to listen for some modifications. Add music if you need it, and of course the couple things I always ask is please share, like, subscribe, all of those things that help get our workouts in front of more people, get more people working out alongside of us. We have a great message, and I think a great thing to offer, a year's worth of workouts, donation-based, pretty incredible. Where are you going to beat that deal? From a personal trainer, not just somebody who thinks they know what they're doing in the gym. I feel like I kind of know. I'm kind of certified to know. And lastly, guys, speaking of donations, if you wish to donate any funds for these classes, as I mentioned a million times, I'm not paid by anybody to do this. This is just me in my garage doing this for you. So any donations you can give are greatly appreciated. Venmo is the easiest way, at Strong Style Fit. You'll see this logo, you'll know it's me. Anything you can give is greatly appreciated. So guys, where we're gonna start, and I don't wanna spend, sorry, one of those random hairs you keep feeling that's like, what is going on, where is it? It'll probably fight the whole class. So our first 2 exercises are going to be split squats. Now, you know, I can coach a split squat to death. It's really important to get it right, but I'm gonna do my best not to coach it to death so we can get moving and grooving pretty quick. But bear with me, we are gonna do a little bit of setup at first, just to make sure we're right. If you set it up right the first time, the next 2 rounds of it should move pretty quickly, okay? So go ahead and grab your chair, get your chair into your workout space, and you are going to need 1 weight, probably in the medium range, to go along with your split squat. We're gonna do a split squat with an overhead press. I am definitely struggling with my chronic shoulder thing, so I'm gonna be going a little bit lighter for most of my upper body exercises today. So if you see me going what is maybe lighter than medium for me, that's what's going on. So go ahead, grab your chair, get into your space, get your 1 weight ready. Also too, go ahead and grab an extra weight. It does not matter at all what size. We're just going to use that to mark our front foot, and that's what's gonna make this go so much faster after we get through our first setup. So chair, a medium weight for lifting, and then a who cares weight to mark your foot, okay? All right, I'm gonna grab a drink of water, check the video, get my chair all set, we'll get going. All right, don't wanna waste any time, so quick drink. So, I'm gonna move my chair into place here. And I'm gonna be a little bit more towards the back of the screen than normal just because I want to have the wall close by for grabbing, just in case. So, go ahead and grab your whatever the heck, who cares weight, and get it in your hand. So what we want when we do a split squat is we want our back foot on the chair. It can either be flat, where your toe is down, or it can be this way. There's not a whole lot of matter to it. I would say most people find it a little more comfortable to have your toe flat, just because it's get a little more flexion that way. But it is totally up to you. From here, we get our hips squared off. Whenever we lift our leg behind us, we tend to let that hip open up, square off those hips. Once we're here, our goal is to let this knee really, really bend and come down and land in a 90. With that knee bent, pretty extreme behind us, and landing in a 90 here, knee over foot. Once we get that, set that weight in front of your toe, and now you know that is where you want your foot to be when we set up these split squats. Now, you might still have to adjust a teeny bit once we get moving, but that is a great setup. Also, our legs generally about the same length, so hopefully you can use that same marker for our next set, for when we switch legs. So hopefully you don't have to go through that again, but we do have slightly different lengths in our legs, so you might have to mess with it a little bit. So now we should be all set. We've got our balance item close by, we've got our sturdy chair, we've got our foot marked, we're ready to rock and roll. So I want you to grab that weight that you're going to use for your overhead press, and it's going to be on the opposite side. So if your left leg is forward, your weight's going to be in your right hand. So let's go ahead and get set up. Now I'm definitely set up backwards because my weight is going to be in the hand that I should have had next to the wall for balance, but we live and learn, right? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get ourselves set up. I'll just hope my balance is better. If you don't have anything close by, you can kind of use this hand like I'll be doing here. Square those hips off. Give yourself just one more quick test run. That feels good. We've got our weight at our shoulder. We come down, we push up. 2, 3, 4. Pick yourself a focal point. 5. That's not moving. And focus. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. Change it up. Now I'm starting with 12. Like I said, and like you guys know, I do have problematic knees. So if I start to feel that 12 is a little too much, I'll just go down to 10. No worries. All right. So let's get ourselves set. Hips nice and square. Give yourself a little test run. All right. Perfect. Set it up. Let's go. Nine, 8. I'm counting down from 12. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come on down. That's intense in that quad, right? So good. All right. So now, oops. I use my next weight as my marker weight. There we go. All right. So now we are going to do alternating front and lateral raises to focus on that shoulder. So now we're going to the isolation, shoulders back and down. We lift front and lateral at the same time, okay? We're going for a total of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Make sure you're not rotating your chest. 7. You don't want to do this. Keep it square. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to go for a couple extra. 21, 2 more each side. 22, if you don't need it, don't take it. 23, 24. That felt about right. So, basically, I discovered from our last workout, again, carrying something over from the previous workout, that, switch these weights out, that 10s are just a little too heavy for me for that exercise. 5s are just a little too light. I don't have 7.5s. So I'll just do a couple extras with those 5s. All right, so I've had to move my weight a couple times, so I'm just gonna do a quick test run. That's pretty good. All right, so remember, opposite from whatever leg is forward. I am personally going to up my shoulder weight just to give it a shot. Square up those hips, find your focal point. We go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. I'm sure you guys saw 7, me playing around with my back foot. 6, you have tight quads. 5, you might have to find that sweet spot. 4, where it doesn't pull too much in your quad that's back. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Yeah, I was trying to adjust this back. The back leg, you're kind of getting a quad stretch back there. And if you're really tight, it might be a quad stretch you're not quite ready for. So I was trying to adjust and find that sweet spot where it wasn't so intense. All right. Get yourself set. Little test run. Perfect. Let's go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, woo, 2, last one, woo, man, and I feel like that's an exercise that never gets less intense. Woo, good stuff. All right, to that isolation. So again, I'm gonna be going for 24, which is 12 each side. So still in a normal rep range, but you listen to you. If you're like me and your weights are kind of in between what you need and not, just adjust. A little less, a little more. All right, let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stopping about shoulder height. 6. It's just really hard to do if you don't have a mirror. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was just saying I haven't worked out in front of a mirror 13 and over a year. 14, 15, this is fitness studios, you're always in front of the mirror. 16, 17, it's been well over a year. 18, since I've worked out in a group fitness studio. 19, I've trained in one, but now worked out myself in one. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Wonderful. All right, guys, set that down. We've got one more trip through those split squats. And guys, I know they're intense. Good quad isolating work. And what's beautiful is you can change these up with one simple change and make it a total glute killer exercise. So maybe we'll explore that soon. But today, we're going just for those quads. All right, so let's get ourselves set up one last time. All right, square those hips off. Don't let them flare open. Nice and square. Staying tall through the hip. Give yourself a little test run. Pretty good. All right, set that weight up. Find focal point. Let's go. 12, 11, 10. Make sure you're towards the back of that front foot. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Guys, I sincerely apologize. I just realized I did not give you a modification. So I'm going to hit it real quick. We'll give ourselves a little breather. Modification. Back foot, not elevated as high. Put it on a low coffee table. Put it on a low step stool. Put it on a couple of pillows. Lower your back foot. If that's not enough, still too intense, then just step back in traditional back lunge. Great option. If that's too much, stay in your lunge and do it static. Obviously, this is not the best form. I have a chair behind me, but do a static lunge. So you have a lot of options. I'm really sorry I didn't cover that sooner. Whew. I was getting all psyched up for the lunge itself and forgot about modifications. But a great trainer, if you don't have knee pain, but this is just too much, it's just to put that back foot on a lower surface, okay? All right, let's get set. Give ourselves a little test run. Beautiful. Let's go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on, guys, we got this. 1. Woo! Man, oh man. Set that weight down. We've done both sides 3 times through. You can put that marker out of the way now. And walk away on jiggly legs, because that's where I am. All right. Let's finish off strong. Finish the shoulders off. The front shoulders, at least. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Leave a little bit of bend in those elbows. 4. You never want your elbows locked out. 5. Even if you've got super light weights. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take this opportunity to bring that breathing down. 11, 12. Looks like an active recovery for lower body. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, getting close. 18, 19, 20, bonus 4 if you want it. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Awesome. All right, guys, you're gonna set yourself up for the next round. So we'll do kind of active recovery while I'm breaking, water, all that. Go ahead and get yourself set up. So the next round, you just need lots of space around you. So make sure that chair is way out of the way. We're not going to use it again. We are going to be doing some pretty wide movements. So just make sure you've got plenty of clear space to your left and to your right. Weight selection wise, medium, possibly your light also. Just depends on where you're at. So I would say your medium and your light. Definitely not a heavy for this one. All right, so get yourself set up. I'll meet you back here in just a minute. going to do some, again, a little more lunging, but this time lateral. So we're gonna do lateral lunge or side lunge, whichever way you wanna call it. Lateral just means we're moving in this lateral plane, or just say side. Either way is fine. So we're gonna do lateral lunge. That's really gonna target our glutes. So while you might be like, but Trace, I'm still putting my weight, still kind of similar, not exactly. And I'll show you the one thing that's gonna really make it move to glutes versus being in quads, and I kind of alluded to it in the split squat also. So we're gonna do lateral lunge with a W pull at the top. I'm gonna walk you through it once we get there. Just want you to keep taking a little brief break. So we're gonna lateral lunge down, W pull up. Lateral lunge, W. Single-sided, and then we're going to come to the middle, and our isolation is going to be reverse fly. Okay, so we're doubling down in those rear delts while we're working our glutes. So again, about a medium weight, and I think we're good. Breath all caught, ready to work? All right, so our lateral lunge, here's a couple cues to your lateral lunge. So you're gonna stand, feet pretty close together, and we're gonna step out. As we step out, we sink into the lateral lunge. All of the weight comes to this leg. You should be able to be pretty free and loose in this right leg. So all of your weight comes down here, and we bend. Nice long spine, forward into it. That's where the glutes come in, that bend forward. So in the split squat, instead of staying straight up, if we would have been bending, shift to glutes. So that's how we get the glute work. So we step out, land, weight here, W pull at the top. The one thing I want to make sure of when you step out, you're keeping your feet pretty even. So when you step out, you don't want to land way forward or way behind your plant foot. That's number one. You also don't want to step out so far. I have really short legs, so stepping out far is hard. Stepping out too far, and then you go to lunge, and your knees in this like wonky, way out too far, knees caving in. See all of the things that are happening here? You don't want that. You want to step out far enough that you're coming down over your leg, okay? All right, so play with your weight here. I'm gonna try a light medium weight for me, and see if I can do that. If not, I'll go down. So whichever direction you want to start, I'm going to start with my weight falling into my left leg. Chest nice and tall, spine long. We step out, weight comes down, W up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I have my hand behind my back. 6. Not required, but I do it to make sure I don't lean my hand into that leg. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. So you got it? Stepping evenly, landing with your toes even, not stepping so far that your body's in the middle and your legs way out beyond you. And making sure that your extended leg is light. All your weight is shifted to your bent leg, straight leg, carrying little weight. All right. Let's go. 12. See, like I just did, I propped on that leg. 11. Whew. 10. 9. 8. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, Beautiful work, guys. All right. Reverse fly. So we need 2 weights now. Woo. Standing on jello legs. We've got our elbows slightly bent. We're wrapped around a beach ball. Shoulders back and down. Tail nice and neutral. We open. 11, 10, 9. So it's not a raise. 8. It's not here. It's open. 7. Like you're about to give someone a big bear hug. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. I've jokingly called it during these times of isolation and quarantine, I've called it bear hug practice. We're practicing for when we get to see and hug on our friends and family again. All right, guys, lateral lunge. Remember, feet even, weight shifts all the way to the planted leg. Come over the leg. Don't let the leg go beyond your body. All right, let's do this. 12, 11. So you're making like a half W. 10, 9, with that upper body. 8, so lead with the elbow up. Flip at the top. 7, 6, I know there's a lot going on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. When you're coming forward with that weight, I'm sort of tapping the ground with it. I'm flexible. If you are not tapping the ground with that weight, that's okay. It's a great reminder that you want to bring that body forward. But we don't do that at this, by bending, curving our spine dramatically, okay? All right, other side, friends. Big deep breath. Let's go. 12. So you see my chest is still up. 11. I'm not caved over. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. I'm going to show you modification at the end. 2. 1. If these lateral lunges are too much, and sometimes some of us, that lateral motion in our knee is just not going to be comfortable. But you can try this. Get into a wide stance, and then lean, lean, without stepping. You're still getting the same motion, you just don't have all that impact of stepping out and landing into it, and I feel like you can more easily control the depth. If you're already here, you can literally be here. Much easier to control that depth than when you step out, step out. So, great modification if you need it. All right. Reverse fly. Get our stance set. I'm going to show you from the side what I mean with tucking your tail. So our shoulders back and down. A lot of times when we sit back, we stick our butt out. I want you to think down. Long, straight spine. Okay? Let's go. 12. 11. Anyone else's legs shaking underneath them? 10. 9. 8. 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1. My legs are shaking underneath me. You're trying to hold me up. Whew. That's a good combo. That's split squat with a lateral lunge. All right, we got it one more time. So again, step evenly. Weight distributes over that bent leg. Little to no weight in the straight leg. And make sure your weight, your body goes over that leg, not leg way out here, body here. All right, enough dilly-dallying. Let's go. And again, I'm putting my weight behind my back. I have a mental crutch because of having bad knees for so long that I feel like I need to kind of support. I don't need to. So I'm just going to put my hand back here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Put my hand back there. There's no chance I'm accidentally crutching. All right. Shaky legs. Get us through one more time. Stand tall. Good. Let's go. 12. 11. Whoop. Almost W'd myself right off the bat. 10. Lead with that elbow. 9. Flip at the top. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Woo. All right, guys. Reverse fly. And then the beauty part is our legs, while not done working, will be done holding us upright at least. All right. Reverse fly one more time. Really hammering the backs of those shoulders. We step back. Ooh, that's the tough part right now. Shoulders back and down, chest forward, spine in neutral. We go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, 2, 1. Woo-wee! All right, guys, that is your break. That is the end of our standing sets. So catch your breath. I'm going to tell you what you need for the next set so you can kind of actively recover. So we're going to work in 2 variations of bridge while we're working our chest. So working a little bit of core with bridge. We're working hamstrings and glutes in bridge. And then we're going to do bridge. Let me just walk you through it. We're going to do a bridge lift. So we're going to lift our hips. That's a bridge lift while we skull crush. So you need skull crusher weight. That's tricep weight if you've never done skull crushers before. If you've never done skull crushers before, err on the side of caution because they are exactly what they sound like. You are dropping weights towards your head. So bridge lift with skull crushers, bridge hold with bench press, and then we're going to do 10 push-ups. So basically what we're doing. Bridge is our kind of steady factor, sort of like lateral lunge was our glute factor. Split squat was our quad factor. That was our consistent. Bridge is going to be our consistent here, where we're going to hit triceps and chest, and then push-ups. The kind of trick part where you're still comboing and isoing is that triceps work with your chest for bench press and push-ups. So while we're only doing one direct tricep exercise, tricep is involved in the skull crusher, the bench press, and the push-up. I only say that because you might notice once you get to that push-up that you're like, holy moly, even more so than a push-up, and that's why. All right, guys, that should be most of your break. So I'm gonna grab some water, check on the video real quick, and then I'll meet you here on the floor. See you in just a sec. All right, friends. So here for your weights, usually bench press is a heavier weight, skull crusher is a lighter weight. I would recommend the lighter weight for your bench press, possibly, unless you're just really working on your bench press. But I would say go a little bit lighter on your bench press to meet more of your skull crusher weight, because we're doing push-ups right after. So if you are pushing yourself to the max with a bench press and we've done a skull crusher and then you do a push-up, you might fatigue out a little too early. Now maybe not, but just something to think about. So I'm gonna have my skull crusher weight be my bench press weight, because my skull crusher weight for me is a little heavier probably than the average. So I'm gonna try to just go with one set of weights. But it's your option, it's your choice. It's just kind of my word to the wise, or word from the wise, that you might want to lower your bench press weight a little bitty bit so you can get through all 3 rounds successfully. All right, so we set up our bridge first. We've got our hips flat on the floor, nice long spine, core locked in and engaged. Our feet are right in line with our hips and really close into our booty. Not so close that you're uncomfortable, that you feel like you're gonna cramp, but you want them close. So we're gonna bridge lift, which will just be here, bridge lift. Let's get my feet up just a little bit. So we lift by holding that core tight, squeezing those glutes in, almost like they're wrapping up and in to lift your hips. So that's our lift. Our skull crusher, our arms come up and make like the number 11. So 2 straight pillars out, and they're going to come straight down and up. That's our skull crusher. So that's why I said if you're new, please be cautious with your weights, and also just be safe as possible. Hang on tight. So we're going to lift our hips as we drop into our skull crusher. All right, let's get ourselves set up and let's go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So now our weights flip for our bench press. If you want to find out where you need to be, drop your weights down. Your weight should be right even with that chest, with that nipple line. Straight up from there is where you want to be. So now we're going to find our bridge and we're going to hold. And we bench press for 12, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Where's your hips? Make sure they're nice and tall. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Bring it down. Now, I'm not gonna lie, something is feeling really tight in my bridge today, which is not normal. So I'm just pointing that out in case you're watching me bridge and what I'm saying isn't lining up with what I'm saying to do isn't what you're seeing. Something feels a little bit off. Maybe it looks normal, but it definitely doesn't feel quite on point to me. So just pointing that out. We all have days where things just aren't working. So just pointing it out in case you're like, she's saying one thing, doing another. Go with what I say for today. All right, so we need to set up our push-up. So we get our shoulders and our hands in alignment, nice wide fingers. To get our modification, if you're modifying, I want you to step into plank just for a moment, drop your knees down. That is where your perfect modification is. If this is still too intense, come up into tabletop. That just means moving your knees to be right underneath your hips. We're gonna shoot for 10, guys. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So, because like I said, my shoulder thing is flared up like crazy, I am definitely not overshooting my push-ups and trying to touch the floor with my nose. I've been pushing myself harder in that region with that exercise, but not today, not when we're doing all of these chest exercises back to back. All right, so set up our bridge again. And guys, like I said, you know, I always point these things out, not to make myself sound bad, like I'm hurt all the time, or to discourage you, but I just want people to have a realistic view of fitness, and that we all have things going on, and that we can still work out and get a great workout regardless of what's going on. So I just want you to know, I know some trainers, especially online exclusive trainers, you know, put out this just perfect persona. Nothing ever hurts, you're crazy. If things hurt, there's something wrong. I'm being real. All right, guys, so remember, we're gonna bridge up as we skull crush down. It's almost like a string is attached to your weights, and as it pulls down, it's lifting your hips up. All right, get ourselves set. Let's go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Flip those weights. Again, find sort of where you need to be. Line up with that nipple line. Push up. We're going to hold our bridge at the top. Push, push, push. Core tight. Booty squeeze. Let's go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Set it down. Woo! Let's kick it up. We go to those push-ups. Now, another modification is you can modify to the wall. In fact, I would say if modify to your knees isn't working, instead of modifying the tabletop, I want you to just come up to the wall. You can modify in tabletop. You can. But coming to the wall is probably going to be your better option. All right. Let's get ourselves set. Step back. Modify. We're going for 10. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, dig out of that hole. You get to the bottom and your body's like, no. You gotta push, 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 push. You can do it. You can absolutely do it. All right. One more trip through. Let's do it. Let's do it. Lay it back. Take just a sec. And let's just stretch out that chest just a little bit. So just open up. Take just a moment. One more breath. Good. All right. Let's get that bridge set back up. Feet hip width distance apart and close to your glutes. We drive through those heels. Squeeze that booty to get those hips lifted. They're going to come up. Same beat as our skull gets crushed. All right, so arms nice and tall, shoulders plugged down. Let's go. 12, 11. It is funny, my bridge just feels like it is not working. 10. Maybe it's because my legs were so blown out from those first sets. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Flip them over. Whew. Plug those shoulders in. Find your spot. Get that bridge reset. We're holding bridge steady for 12 presses. Let's go. Lift it up. 12, 11, 10. Keep pushing through those heels. Squeeze in those glutes. 8, 7, belly tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Sit it down. Woo! All right. One last set of push-ups, and then we will be mostly done, except for our little finisher, which will just be one exercise 3 times. All right, guys. You ready for those push-ups? You totally got this. Remember, modify as you need it. Full push-up, knee push-up, wall push-up. Whatever you need to do, it's the right place for you. Just find it. Fingers nice and wide if you're here with me on the floor. We step back, drop our knees down. Now we've got that modification. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You got this. Over halfway there. 3. 2 more. 2. Last one. Dig, dig, dig. Push, push. Good. Yes, 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 friends. All right. We're going to take the brief instant breaks. Catch some water. Take the time. You can clear your weights away. You don't need any weights for this last exercise. We are going to be back on the floor. So once you get yourself situated, if you do get up, just come back, meet me on the floor, and take a super brief break, and we're going to be right back to it, and then we'll be done. All right, friends, I'm going to grab some water, check the video, and we will finish up strong. All right, friends, Last round. Oh, we've got our cheerleader. And this is your favorite exercise. You're gonna be so happy. You're gonna be so happy. You love this exercise. You do. All right, guys. It is time for plank along with Miss Ruth. She lives in a plank. It's so easy for her. She lives in it. Look at her, just walking around in a plank all day long. Totally nailing it. So guys, we are going to do 3 1-minute planks. I didn't bring a timer out. I'm just gonna count in my head. We'll be fine. So yes, I know Miss Ruth, it's so exciting. So we do 3 1-minute planks. Now, I know how the world feels about a plank. Don't worry, it's only 1 minute. Here's my requirement, and my only requirement is that you keep trying for 1 minute. I don't care if you have to take 10 breaks. I don't care if you have to take 20 breaks. Whatever it is, I want you to keep trying for 1 minute. Modified, full. Hold full plank till you can't. Go down to modified. Hold modified the whole time. Hold modified, take a break, come back to modified. Whatever it is that you have to do, you just keep trying for 1 minute. And guess what? You'll have done a 1 minute plank. I don't want you to hold it till you die and then lay on the floor and die for the rest of the time. I want you to keep trying. Even if your effort becomes 1 second, fall back down. Good? It's perfect. All right, guys, so let's come on down. So your modifications will look just like your push-up. So your full plank or full plank, drop to your knees. It's exactly the same. If none of those options are viable for you, come to the wall and hold plank on the wall. That's a great beginner modification. All right, Miss Ruth, you ready? Oh, kisses as you're ready. Oh, thank you. You're so motivating. All right, guys, so set up those nice wide starfish hands. Shoulders, push back and down. We step back into full plank. If you're modifying, drop your knees down. I'm gonna count in my head. Let's go. Good, push that floor away. Chest tall, shine your heart forward. Gaze down. Not down at your feet, not down at the floor, slightly ahead. Chest up, drive through those heels. You got this, guys, 20 seconds. Remember, keep getting back up. That's the only rule. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Take a break. Beautiful work. 1 minute down. You did it. We did it. We did it, little girl. Yes. So we're going to take just a little bit. We're going to come right back to it again. So now that you know what it feels like, can you challenge yourself a little bit more? Can you hold it 1 extra second? Can you try full plank, even if it's for 3 seconds before you go to your modification? What can you do to push yourself just a little bit further? Just a little bit. I'm not asking you to hurt yourself. I'm just asking you to take 1 step forward. Just 1. All right. Right? Ruth's gonna do extra wiggles. You're shivering. You're in front of the heater, sweet pea. All right, guys, let's get set up. Come on, Miss Ruth. All right, nice starfish hands. Push away. Chest is proud and forward, not rolled. Push away. Let's step it back. Let's go. So again, chest is forward, not exaggerated like this. Just chest forward, we're not rounding. Push the floor away. Don't collapse down in. Drive through those heels, core up and in. Halfway. You got this, guys, you got it. Have you tested yourself yet? Here's your chance. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. One more minute down. Just one left to go. Just one left to go. Catch your breath. You can stretch out if you need to. Roll those wrists if you have trouble with your wrists. Guys, alternative wrist. If that is just too much, you can come down to elbows. Let me tell you, you are not cheating by coming down to elbows. In fact, most find it harder down on your elbows. So that's an option you can take if your wrists are just done, or if your wrists just don't have it, period, because of injuries or whatever. Come down to elbow plank. It is solid work. I promise. All right, we'll take just a few more seconds. When we get a high five from Rizzo, can get, oh, thank you. One more. Can you get one more high five? Oh, good girl. Okay, you ready? One more plank? You ready for one more plank? Okay, she's ready, so let's do it. Let's get ourselves set. Now talk about a combination movement. That's plank. We're not moving. We are combining, we are isolating, we are doing everything in one solid pose. So let's get ourselves set up one more time. Wide fingers, hands under shoulders. Roll those shoulders back. Chest gets proud. We step it back. We drive through those heels. I'm going to be quiet. I want you to find it in you to push yourself. I don't want you to rely on me. I'm going to be quiet starting now. We've got 40 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, friends. Woo. How'd you do? 1 minute plank, done. 3 1-minute planks, done. How do you feel? I hope you feel awesome. I hope you kept trying. I hope you did the one thing I asked and kept trying for 1 minute straight to see what you can do, to challenge yourself, and to say you did a plank for 1 minute. You kept trying for 1 minute, and that's all it takes. All right, Miss Rue, let's come on up. Woo. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this combo ISO workout. It's been a while since we had done that, and it really is just such a cool way to work. Just another take on how we can move our body, how we can get a great workout with not a ton of equipment, not a ton of space, and just using these awesomely strong bodies that we've been given. So guys, thank you so much for a year of working out with me. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for keeping me motivated. And I hope I've done the same for you. If you have any stories you want to share of progress, of what you've enjoyed, what you've accomplished, what you've learned, I would love to hear it. Like I said, I'm hoping to post something tomorrow about the whole journey, and that'd be a great place for you to comment as well. I would love to hear about how the past year has went for you. So guys, thank you so much. Again, donations, Venmo at Strong Style Fit is where you'll find me if you'd like to send any donations my way for these classes. It would be wonderfully and greatly appreciated. Guys, I'll see you in a few days for our next workout. Take care until then. Mwah and mwah.